Hi. So, in this video, I'm going to be telling you all about the poultry industry and seasonal worker visa that is currently ongoing. So, I'm only talking about the poultry industry. So, if you're keen on this, I've done previous videos about it. If you've watched them and you've been thinking, oh my God, Melvis, how can I apply? Where do I apply? I have found more information about it, which is what I'm bringing to you now. And I know that some people already applied for these positions. Congratulations. By the way, just to set the tone straight, the UK is currently urgently recruiting 2,000 overseas workers to come and work in the poultry industry. So that's 2,000 visas that are ready to be issued to overseas workers to move to the UK and work. But I must tell you, this is a temporary visa. It's not a permanent visa. So there are quite a few restrictions, obviously, when it's a temporary visa. But you're still allowed to work in the UK, obviously. You're still allowed to study for certain courses. There are other courses that if you do need to study, you need authorization to do so. You're still going to be paid, obviously, the normal minimum wage. I found out the pay for this, and it's between, say, £13. Some people are paying, I saw one that was paying at £10.10. But I've got good news. The good news that I have today is that I have found the two government approved providers that are recruiting for this particular visa. So you've got two people that the government has nominated and said, look, you two are the ones that are going to be recruiting these 2,000 people to work in this particular sector. So if you're new to the channel and it's your first time here, you're welcome. It's a pleasure to have you. If you're a returning subscriber, again, I really appreciate your time. I know how busy life is. I know you could be doing better things, but you've taken the time to watch this video, so I appreciate you. And please do hit subscribe. Turn on that notification button because you want to be the first to be notified every time I drop a new video. And I'm all about making it easy for you to move to the UK if you're out of the UK. Finding ways that are, cost effective for you to move to the UK. But most importantly, once you're in the UK, finding those opportunities that you can have to enhance your stay in the UK, make you earn more, work less. Yes, you can. You can earn more and work less. It doesn't always have to be that way, but if you're smart enough, you can do that. So that's my objective. My name is Melvis. I am a nurse. I work as an advanced nurse practitioner for the NHS and blah blah blah. So basically, talking about this seasonal worker visa, it is something that is urgent because applications are closing on the 15th of November this year. So there is no time. I've been saying this. Some people have already applied. They've done their interview. They're already just waiting for the next stage of the process. So if you're hearing about this for the first time, basically the purpose of this visa is that the UK government wants you to be in the UK within 4 weeks from when you find out the information, which means that if this is your first time finding out about this visa, then you should normally be in the UK 4 weeks from today. So if you got your passport, well done you. If you haven't got a passport and yet you've been planning to move to the UK or planning to travel abroad, then I don't understand what your own objective is, because if you're trying to travel abroad, the first thing you should be doing is getting a passport, because when opportunities like this come up, they're not going to wait for anybody. Opportunities like this are only for people who are ready, because these applications are closing on the 15th of November. So check your dates. What's the date of today? If it's already gone past the 15th of November while you're watching this video, then you have to maybe wait for another year. But if it's not, then you must take action. And if you've already applied, congratulations. If you watched my previous videos, I know some of you have already applied because you've sent me the things we've talked, and we're like, oh yeah, that's good, well done, your interview's gone well, blah blah blah. That's what you should be doing. So I want you to leave a comment below and say, Melvis, I will implement, because I'm not doing all this research to bring this information to you, wasting my own time and wasting your own time. So please, we need to be committed to each other. We need to be dedicated to this course, because if I'm doing my part, I want you to do your own part as well. So leave a comment and say, Melvis, I will implement. So now, back to the info. So there are two companies that are government approved. The first company is called Force Ltd. They are allowed to bring 1,000 of those 2,000 people, and then the other company is called Recruitment Ltd. So there's Force Ltd, as in PRO Force Limited, and then there's Recruitment Ltd. Those are the only two companies that are currently legally allowed by the government to recruit people from overseas. So I don't want to hear stories about, oh, I've already paid somebody £10,000 because they're going to make me get a poultry job. You don't need to do that. I've also had people saying to me, Melvis, can I join your coaching program so you can support me to get poultry jobs? No. That's why I'm bringing the info to you, because I want you to apply. You don't need to join my program for this, because my program is mainly for career progression, for nurses, carers, student nurses, healthcare. If you want to get into healthcare jobs, you want to get those high paying jobs in the UK, then please, by all means, I'm your girl. But for these particular poultry jobs, you don't need to join my program for that. I want you to just apply. That's what I'm telling you. The info, Force Ltd, they are the ones recruiting, government approved. And I've done a lot of research on this. I don't want you to go about paying money to people and saying they're going to help you, because these are the only two government, approved agencies that can legally, you know, recruit people from overseas and give them this seasonal worker visa for the poultry industry. And then there's Recruitment Limited. So please, 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 I'm going to also leave the two names in the description box below so that you can check them out. They'll provide all the information obviously on their pages. You can see where to actually put in your application form, because once you put your application form, they have like a standard application form. You put it, they're going to look into your CV, the information that you've provided, and then they'll contact you and decide. And this is a matter of urgency, so it's not like they're going to be contacting you in 3 months or in 6 months time. No, it's a matter of urgency. If you apply and you've presented a good application, you can be rest assured that they're going to be contacting you ASAP with an interview. Because some of the other people that have seen the video that I did previously, that went and applied and did their research and applied, they got a response like within a day or two. It wasn't like a long thing, because this is an urgent visa that they need people in the UK ASAP. Again, the visa fee for this is £259, which is one of the lowest UK visa fees, and this is reflected on the fact that the government wants you to move here immediately, because this is a seasonal worker visa, which means that it's not every time. So if you're moving on this visa, it's just for specific times of the year, and that's why obviously there are certain courses that if you're studying, it's not going to be compatible with the job, and they're providing you with accommodation as well. So please do check it out. Like I said, I'm going to leave the link in the description box. If you haven't subscribed to the channel, hit subscribe, turn on that notification button, and there's a deadline, which is the 15th of November. I like deadlines because they always help people to act. Otherwise, some people are like, oh yeah, Melvis is going on again, here she goes, here she is. Please, none of that. Do apply for the job. So working in poultry, obviously there's a lot, there are butchers as well that are needed in this. You don't have to be a man or woman. It's a unisex job that anybody can do. And in fact, for me, I would say, see this job as an opportunity to move to the UK. It's like a working holiday. If you've got your job wherever you live and you're thinking, oh my God, it's a temporary visa, I don't want, just take like a holiday. You can even take unpaid leave from your job, apply for this visa, move to the UK, stay here for 3-6 months, whatever visa you've got. See how the place is. Get to make some connections. You know what I mean? Because that's an opportunity to network. The fact that you're in the UK, you're gonna network. You're gonna be like, oh, this is what the place is like. Oh, it's not for me, it's for me. But look, I think you're definitely going to like it, because lots of opportunities here. You're gonna be like, oh my goodness, this is so good, and I think you're gonna enjoy it basically. So you want to make sure that you put your application in, and then let me know as well when you've applied. Come back and say, Melvis, I have applied and this is what they've said, because it also encourages other people who are kind of lagging behind. It gives them that accountability to be able to step up their game, because look, this channel is all about accountability. It's not about me bringing you information and you sitting on it and doing nothing. No, I want accountability from you. I want you to implement every single thing that you learn here, because it's going to be relevant to you. You can check out other videos that I've done. I've done a whole video about this particular visa, the conditions that you need. Obviously, you have to be at least 18 years old. So I don't want to get deep into that, because I don't want to waste your time. I respect your time. So please check out the link in the description box. Contact these two companies. Put your application in. Come back here and say, look, this was happened. I've applied. I've got my visa. They've responded. They haven't responded. Whatever has happened, because it's just going to push other people. And please remember that there's a deadline for this, which is the 15th of November, which is why this video is so urgent. That's why I've decided to record it today, because I know that if I don't do this, some people are still not going to apply. So I thought, okay, let me just take myself and be accountable and be, and be like a spokesperson for this particular opportunity to push you, that extra push, so that you can definitely definitely go and apply for this position, because I want you to excel. You know, I know that alone it can be really difficult to implement some of these things, and it can seem so daunting. So make sure you have a good CV. Make sure your personal statement is on, perfect. Make sure there are no spelling errors. Read and reread. Get someone else to read it for you. Unfortunately, I only support people who are part of my private coaching program, because I just don't have the bandwidth and the time to be able to support all of you, and that's why I do these videos. So if you're part of my private coaching program, obviously, then yes, I'm always there for you. You know what I mean? Because that's the whole point of it. But otherwise, just go ahead and apply. So keep watching the videos, share with people that is going to help your loved ones, and I'll see you in the next video.